Anchors up. Sails at full. Welcome to the Sloopcast. How are you doing today, Kyle?
I'm doing all right, Jared. Doing all right. How are you doing?
You know, I'm not going to complain. We are gathered here. Kyle, what do we call this episode? Because at first I was like remembering CJ Stroud. And I'm like, that sounds grimmer than I want it to. And then I was like, remembering CJ Stroud. Which also kind of sounds
something
grim.
Terrible happened.
Right. Celebrating, like it. I'm not sure what to call this episode without it sounding grim, but honoring CJ Stroud.
Sure.
Everything sounds grim. I don't. No. Memoriam is in the opposite direction. That's worse. Gangland. You're going in the opposite direction. We're celebrating CJ eulogy. No, that is going in the opposite direction. Analyzing. I think that's lofty. I think Kyle and I think it might be a little lofty for what Kyle and I are doing today. All right. So Kyle, let's watching commentary. I don't know. Anyway, I also don't know what to name this episode because everything I make it sound like something, as Kyle said.
We'll figure it out by the end of the episode.
Oh, if you think so. All right, but let's get into it. We have here a video from the Big Ten Network. What did they call it? Highlights. Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud to enter the 2023 NFL Draft. See, we need to do better than that title. Kyle. I don't know what the title is though. But yeah, this is from the Big Ten Network, and in order to try to stay clear of the bullies, the DMCA bullies, we're going to be doing this without sound. So for y'all podcast folk who are only listening to the audio version of this one, I'm just going to let you know right away. You should probably check out the YouTube version of this one. But we will be describing the plays as they happen. We will be starting with the Rose Bowl. Is McCord still unbeaten against Teton? Only if you say as a starter. Only if you affix the as a starter to that. All right. We're starting off with the Rose Bowl. Ohio State's down 14-0 over Utah. And this is about where things start to get a little fun.
Yeah, this was one of the first plays in the second quarter here. CJ Stroud, about middle of the field, throws a dime to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. Well, not
and we only thought we knew. There. Look at the feet. We only thought we knew about Marvin Harrison at this point. We thought we knew. We didn't know. We thought we knew, but I think even we're supposed to be talking about CJ Stroud here, which, by the way, that's a total dime of a throw. Just watch that come right over his shoulder. The very first of what would be, I mean, that is perfectly placed. You literally can't do better than that. Ball placed basically right on that pylon. That's NFL throw right there. That's an NFL throw. NFL placement. Yeah, exactly, Zach.
Absolutely.
Jared, famous fan of feet. Wait, what? Let's not add that lore to the Sloopcast. We're not adding that lore to the Sloopcast. Sorry. I'm not reading that one out loud.
Speaking of dime throws here, if you hit play again here, Jared, their next series here, I believe it's their next series. CJ Stroud throws the ball at his own 45, dime to Wilson there. Was it Wilson?
JSN.
That's JSN there. Sorry. To JSN there. Another dime throw there. Just beautiful to the sideline there. Only JSN could catch that there, and then he just outruns the defender into the end zone there.
Yeah. And by the way, every time we come back to this, Utah has also scored a touchdown. This is a good throw by CJ Stroud, of course. This is JSN's second touchdown. This one's really like between the two touchdowns. The first one was really more Stroud's touchdown because that was just insane placement. The Marvin Harrison Jr., that's Stroud's touchdown. That's insane placement. This is a great throw. Don't get me wrong, but this one's all JSN.
Yeah, he throws it right between the two defenders there. I think it was that linebacker in the corner there. And yeah, the rest of that was all JSN there.
Oops, I went back too far. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, and one of the things that CJ Stroud always did great that I think we don't ever talk about enough versus what we've seen from lesser passers at Ohio State is that he was always getting the ball to players while they were running. Very rarely did you see a player have to stop and catch a ball for CJ Stroud, unless of course that's what the play demanded. But for the most part, was his accuracy. I think people do not appreciate his level of accuracy. We went through periods at Ohio State where the passers weren't so accurate, especially down the field. And this is the difference between someone having to catch the ball versus having to stop and catch the ball. Yeah. We can talk about how JSN.
I think there was two things here. Austin said one of them here. He tends to throw, he would throw them open often, and very true. And the other thing too was that Stroud anticipates the route, where you see a lot of other quarterbacks in the past where they'll wait to see that they're actually open before they throw it. And Stroud doesn't do that. He trusts his receivers. I mean, why wouldn't you? And that they're going to be there to make the route.
By the way, legitimately, everyone like complaining about the Ohio State defense this year, as we're still looking at the previous defense in this video, and this is the one game from this season we're watching. Legitimately, we started this video, Ohio State was down 14-0. And every time we come back to an Ohio State offensive highlight, Utah has also scored.
Yes. All right, this next play here, it's beginning of the third quarter here, Ohio State in the red zone, and that was just an easy pitch and catch there to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. Marvin Harrison, a great route there, and this is easy pitch and catch there. And then the next one there, this is just one of those throws. You just throw it up and let your receivers make a catch here, and did that with Marvin Harrison Jr. there.
Do you think that pass was supposed to go there? It just normally you see that go to the back of the end zone. I mean, if we're just talking about like who gets credit for what touchdown, this one feels like a Marvin Harrison touchdown. I don't know how many guys make this catch.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a back. It kind of looks like a back shoulder there.
Back. Yeah. That's
kind of looks like a. Yeah, it kind of looks like a back shoulder there.
Yeah, it was just a weird looking. Chris Olave catches that pass. I mean, probably. I feel like that's more of a route they would have given to, more of a route that they would have given to Garrett Wilson, I think. Gangland said it. Randy Moss literally catches everything. Randy Moss is the GOAT. Chris Olave catches everything, so who cares? Yeah, exactly.
All right, and this next throw, this is thing of beauty here. Ohio State tied up here towards the end of the fourth quarter, throws it up to JSN. Yeah. What a throw! Right to the side of the end zone there, where only JSN can catch that, and makes an excellent catch there.
We were kind of playing the game, and I don't necessarily want to keep playing this game. Like,
yeah,
who's Whose touchdown is this? Like, this is both of them. This is both an insane throw and an insane catch. Is this CJ Stroud's best throw? Especially if you consider, like, situationally and, you know, essentially to go and, you know, potentially, that's not the final score, I don't think, but go on and win the Rose Bowl, because it's just an insane. His best throw ever was to Marvin Harrison Jr. in the Peach Bowl. Oh, we'll get there. I'm going to watch this one more time. No, we won't. We might.
That's just that.
Oh, he didn't catch
that
it.
ball placement there. Oh,
but that's insane.
Thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Right there.
It was good coverage. We can't not talk about how good a coverage that was. Okay, we're on to Notre Dame. A simple out to Emeka Egbuka. But again, notice how Emeka Egbuka doesn't have to stop, doesn't have to wait.
Well, go back to that real quick. Yeah, go back to that real quick.
I am.
It wasn't just a simple out. I mean, he had to throw that hard because of how
it is a simple out, but the details is, you know, the difference between good and great, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is an NFL throw. He's throwing across the field. They're on the right hash. He's throwing to the left out. There are very few quarterbacks in college football who can make this throw. And not only make this throw, but make this throw with Emeka Egbuka at full sprint. He doesn't have to stop. He doesn't have to wait. That's what sets plays like this up. It's perfectly timed. It's perfectly delivered. Because again, like, there's two Notre Dame players there. If that ball's a little bit late or a little bit off, it's broken up. It's intercepted. All right. Second Notre Dame play. Stroud's going deep on this one.
To X, and X just makes himself available in the middle of the end zone there, and Stroud just throws it open to him.
We've moved on to Arkansas State. Yeah, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. gets it in space, and we saw what he did against 5 stars. Mm-hmm. It's just not fair.
So that
against Arkansas
that play
State.
right there looked very similar to what JSN did in the Rose Bowl. Just got himself open in the middle of the field, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. just did the rest there.
Yeah, that's the same. If that's not the same play, that's at least the same route. We're just going to let the Arkansas State one run. That's just Marvin Harrison Jr. demolishing his opponent.
Yeah. And then this next one here is a thing of beauty too. Yeah, just an easy throw. I shouldn't say easy, but
I gotcha. I mean, it looks easy because it's Arkansas State. Again, we saw CJ Stroud and Marvin Harrison Jr. By the way, the Arkansas State kid is not in terrible position. Now that's a throw.
Yes.
He has a tight window to Emeka Egbuka, who's in full sprint. And by the way, that looks like an easier catch than it is. The way he had to bend over his shoulder to make that catch, insane by Emeka Egbuka. But also just CJ Stroud getting it to his guy in full sprint again. That's a tight window.
Throws it right to Marvin Harrison Jr.'s hands, which just misses the corner and the safety coming over to help there.
Oh, watch this angle. That's amazing coverage by the Arkansas State corner. Hold on. I know I said we were going to let the Arkansas State one run, but look at the positioning of the defensive back. Marvin Harrison Jr. did not beat his guy here. Not in the route anyway. He's going to beat him by catching the ball. But, again, this is one of those passes. If CJ Stroud's a little bit late or if the ball floats a little bit, the safety is going to pick this off. This was a tight window. Either the cornerback is going to knock it away or that safety is going to intercept it. It's an insanely tight window.
And the corner almost had that too. Look at that.
Yeah,
His hand is just inches.
Spot.
It is just inches away from where the ball is at.
This is a wizard play by CJ Stroud.
All right, then we're moving on to Toledo.
We'll also try not to stop it too many times here.
And then the first play.
Stover wide open. It's just, again, though, CJ Stroud's getting it to him in mid-sprint.
Great throw to Marvin Harrison Jr. And then he just makes catches, makes tutties.
Yeah. This looks like the Peach Bowl touchdown.
That looked like,
no.
I think everybody said that looked like that was going to Marvin Harrison Jr.
It may have been.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. also had 3 touchdowns in this game.
Yep, there's 2, and there's Fleming.
That's a CJ.
And a lot of these is just.
That's a place.
A lot of these is just.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just being just all of the talent that's wide receivers to make those easy throws too.
All right, we've moved on to Wisconsin. Ohio State's already up 31-7 here. What are you doing with this highlight package, BTN? Was that CJ Stroud's first touchdown of this game?
I don't remember.
Did the running backs get all the touchdowns before this? Not even close, Gangland says.
Ooh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing here, BTN? What the hell? Why are we starting the Wisconsin game up 31-0? Oh well. But yeah, that's a Julian Fleming touchdown. We had like 2 in the first half. He had like 2 in the first half. Yeah. All right, here's another CJ Stroud
right here. Watch this throw right here.
Damn, that is a tight window. That's a Mecca Buka on that one. I hope we get the sky cam of this one. I want to see this one from directly behind Stroud. Nope. BTN, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Take a screenshot, Jared. I'll take a screenshot here for you.
Do you have a better angle on it?
No.
Okay. But as Kyle's showing here, and I'll rewind it too. It's an amazingly tight window. Again, if that ball's a little bit late, if that ball's a little bit mistimed, that safety is going to snag that.
Use your Jared, on your right next to on your main keyboard, hit the dot, and then you can advance it frame by frame. If you're selected in your YouTube video.
This is fine. Kyle, let's not get into doing slow motion. We're gonna go over on this anyway.
All right. But yeah, that just tight window, just amazing throw there by Stroud.
I love these black uniforms as a side note. I love these black uniforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this next throw here, another to Ibuka, a little behind him, but Ibuka is able to catch that still.
Yeah.
Ohio State just running it up the score there.
Yeah, by the way, just as a Ryan Day criticism, and I'm one of Ryan Day's biggest defenders, why is CJ Stroud still in the game there? Why is CJ Stroud still in the game?
There was a couple instances like that early.
Oh yeah, there were. There were a few. Like, hey, let's get McCord's feet wet. Let's let McCord throw some balls. The all gray is better. I do like the all gray, but I disagree.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to Rutgers here.
Ohio State already has 2 touchdowns on the board. Again, not sure why we're starting here, BTN Network, but here we go. CJ Stroud. We're going deep to Fleming, I believe.
Deep post there, and yeah, CJ makes it look easy there, throws it just over the secondary there, and easy pitch and catch there for Fleming.
And like, I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but like, these things matter. Like, I remember like back in the JT Barrett days where I would come on this podcast and scream about like, the balls aren't timed. The balls aren't getting there at the correct time. He needs to throw it sooner. He needs to throw it harder if he's, capable. This is why. Watch Julian Fleming catch this ball mid-sprint. It's the difference between an incomplete pass, a pass that's short of the goal line, or your guy walking into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Or, the ball getting intercepted for that matter.
Yep.
Here's another CJ Stroud.
Yep. Cross pattern there to get Marvin Harrison Jr. open there, and just, again, great ball placement that only Marvin Harrison Jr. can catch.
All right, we're on to Michigan State. God dang.
Yep. And this is just another one. You throw it up to Marvin Harrison Jr. and you just let him make a play, and he did.
Yeah, what is this doing? All right.
No, just let it play. Let it play, Jared. You're going back too far.
Yeah,
you need to use your arrow keys to go back 5 seconds.
I should probably do that. Oh, well. Watch again on this one. Watch how far CJ Stroud has to throw the ball. Again, we're going opposite pylon here. They're on the right hash. He's going to throw it all the way over to the left side of the pylon. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to go all the way to the left side of the pylon. And by the way, watch his feet. He can't step. He gets some pressure up the middle. He can't step into this throw.
Just amazing. Yep. Amazing, really amazing catch too.
Yeah, that ball was slightly short, but again, considering he couldn't like step into it, he wanted to loft it because he wanted to let Marvin Harrison Jr. jump for it. And
yep.
also, and like, you throw the ball a little bit short, you get that PI, because no corners in college football ever turn their freaking heads.
Well, speaking of no corners, this next play here, broken coverage here, and CJ made them pay here. The inside corner playing up, I guess. I don't know what Michigan State was doing in this play here, as you'll see when Jared hits play here. CJ just makes him pay there. One of the corners did not play back, and an easy pitch and catch there to Ibuka there.
Yeah, it's a miscommunication, but once again, he recognizes it. He gets him the ball. Okay, here we go. Snap. Oh, it looks like two Michigan State players decided to play the short zone in a cover two, and you don't typically need two players there.
Speaking of like no help here, so this next play here, CJ does a double fake play action here, fakes to the running back, fakes to the wide receiver coming around, and no safety over the top to help out covering Fleming, and gets to the corner there for another touchdown. Yeah, that was one of Day's
in his creativity era. Day with a healthy team era. Day with a healthy team era.
I see here what happened here. Right here, number 30 there, got his eyes in the backfield there, and
yeah. But like,
yeah, he was supposed to be the deep help there.
You can't, if the wide receiver's Julian Fleming and the quarterback CJ Stroud, you're going to lose that I don't care how good your cornerback is, you're going to get beat on that route without safety help.
Oh, this next play here. So here we are, second quarter here, 21-13, another dime throw here to Marvin Harrison Jr. along the sideline here. This is when Stroud puts his highlight film on, this is one of those throws there over the shoulder where only Marvin Harrison Jr. can make the catch there. Thing of beauty thing of
Yeah,
beauty
I'm
there.
gonna run that one back. Again, watch that CJ Stroud cannot step into this ball. I think that's if he's able to step into this, I wonder if it's thrown downfield a little bit more. But
Yeah, and
still gets
he
delivered.
sees here. Well, and he sees here pre-snap here, no safety to cover to help out over the top here. So he as soon as he gets it, he like takes one step and throws it right away. He knew exactly where that ball needed to go right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one up here against Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. And this is
again
just,
pressure in his
just
face.
reading the coverage here, play action. Sees the open in the zone there, throws it to Marvin Harrison Jr., and he does the rest down the middle there.
Still against Michigan State, up 35-13.
Not one of the greatest throws by Stroud there, but again, you throw it up and let your receivers make plays there. Circus catch. Yep.
Is it because it's late in the game that they're already winning? But man, for whatever reason, for his circus as a catch, this is how great Marvin Harrison Jr. is. I didn't even remember this one. This is insane. Yeah, CJ Stroud gets pressure up in his face. He is in a terrible throwing position. He didn't really have a choice, but the throw still gets there, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is kind of a cheat code.
Yeah.
Watch this one again. CJ Stroud just again. Oh man, Stover got killed on that. That's what happened. That's insane. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a cheat code. There really is nothing more to it than that.
And G. Scott gets his touchdown there too. And just great patience, waiting for a receiver to open, and throws it to where only G. Scott can make the catch, and he did.
Those plays, and CJ Stroud's very good at those plays, those rollouts. That's one of the things that will let him find early success in the NFL, because it's one of the things they like to do with rookie quarterbacks is to get them out moving on their feet, and because it limits how much of the field. They only have to read half of the field that way.
Yep. All right, so moving on to Iowa here. So here we are before you hit play, 4th and 1, getting close to the middle of the third quarter here. Ohio State's up 26-10. Marvin Harrison Jr. up top there. You'll see that he starts going in. You start going towards the middle of the field to get up to create more space, runs a double route there, and a beautiful throw right to the pylon, inside pylon there for Marvin Harrison to make the catch there. Again, that was 4th and 1. That ball had to be precise to not turn the ball over in the red zone. And yeah, great throw. An even better catch.
Yeah, a tremendous throw. I know, and I have to disagree with you on that one, Kyle. That's a better throw than it is a catch. Don't get me wrong, it's a great catch. I'm not trying to say otherwise. But look how narrow that window is because of the angle he's throwing at. That's an incredibly narrow window. And again, because the coverage is good. Look at where the Iowa player is. He's right in Marvin Harrison Jr.'s pocket. That's an incredibly narrow window because of the angle, because the defender's playing it well.
And I mean, credit Marvin Harrison Jr. there. I mean, the route that he ran, because he was a lot closer to the sideline there, and he started running in to create more space so that Stroud can throw it to where he's going to be open.
Of course. No. I mean, this is I call this the Chris Olave route because Chris Olave was amazing. This is his route. Marvin Harrison Jr. is just borrowing it. But that's an incredibly narrow window.
Yeah. All right. So the next play here, this is another highlight throw here for Stroud here over the shoulder, where only Mecca can catch that.
Jeez.
Great coverage. Like the Iowa defender was there. Yeah, dime. You talk about dime throws, another dime.
By the way,
by Stroud there.
Once again, look at where he's standing. The opposite hash. To have thrown this pass from the near hash would have been impressive. To throw this from the opposite hash, this is why the NFL is drooling over him. Look at this window. There is no window. The defender's playing this perfectly. But he puts the ball in the exact position that his wide receiver needs it to be in, and Emeka Egbuka, give him credit as well, obviously, locates the ball, catches the ball.
Speaking of just dime throws, here's one here, next drive, throwing it down the middle there, deep to Fleming. Great coverage by the safety, but even just that throw to Fleming there, great coverage. Great coverage. It's just inches from being deflected, but Fleming's able to hold on to that and easily walks into the end zone.
And once again, we broken record, I know. Fleming does not have to slow down, does not have to stop, It's right there. It's right there waiting for him every time. Oh, they did a replay of this one.
Here you go, Ray.
Yeah, the Iowa player tries to cut in underneath him because, quite frankly, he doesn't have the speed to stay with him otherwise, but he just can't get to the ball. All right, moving on to Penn State. We're starting at the beginning of this one, thank God.
Yep. CJ steps back, makes a throw. Good throw to Marvin Harrison Jr. I wish he threw it a little bit deeper, let him run to get it, but...
Look, watch the pocket. He didn't... Considering the state of the pocket and the state of the area directly around his feet, he didn't have a chance to throw this properly.
What are you talking about? Look, rewind that. He has time. Look, the pocket's good. Pocket is good there. That's a good pocket. He didn't step into his throw there, which is why the ball was a little underthrown.
Because he didn't have room to step up. That's the point. He didn't have the room to step up.
This next play here, moving way forward, Ohio State up 23-21, throws it to the middle to, I can't read the number there.
Stover.
Is that Stover?
Of course it was Stover. Who else does this? Okay.
Farmer Gronk.
We're celebrating CJ Stroud here today, but this is Stover's play.
This is all
Stover's
Stover
play
here.
Yeah, he breaks what is this? 3? Oh, let's count them. He's wide open, breaks a tackle, breaks a tackle, breaks a tackle. 16 didn't want any. 16 already saw. 16 already saw the body is laid across the field. 16 didn't want any. 16's just gonna watch him. Ran the same move each time. Yeah, the truck stick.
Yeah, he's like, I'm having none of this.
All right, sorry. We're watching 16 again. Ref gets in the way. Not helpful. I'll give him that. The ref gets in the way. But he makes a business decision there. Is he limping? He's limping. You know what? I'm being an asshole. He's limping here.
Yeah, he is limping a little bit. But still, Stover was getting into the end zone there. So this next play, this is what happens when Stroud's able to actually be able to step into his throws here. Throws at middle of the field there. Nice over the shoulder throw to Emeka there. Catches it, gets down to the 2-3 yard line there. Beautiful throw.
These are NFL
in a critical play too. Ohio State only up by 6 here, with under 4 minutes left in the game here. Yeah, clutch throw.
And again, these are NFL corners. Ohio State played some great defenses this year. No one, not Georgia, not Michigan, no one Ohio State played this year had a better set of cornerbacks or a secondary overall like Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Against a lesser opponent, this is a touchdown because the cornerback is right there. The catch is much tougher, and the cornerback's going to make the tackle there. You know, that's the difference. It's game of inches.
Yep. All right, moving on to the only play that they'll show of the Northwestern, and that's CJ Stroud running it.
But I was told he couldn't. Why is this? Why is that the one play from the? Well, okay, the Northwest. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. It was not a good game.
It was not a good game.
It was not a good game there, Jared. Moving on. That
Gangland, the narrative is dead, but like a horse, I'm gonna keep beating it.
Moving on to Indiana now.
Hey,
in the rain
0-0
here.
in this one. That's a rocket and a half to Mecca. No, this is
They didn't show
play.
this play. They missed showing this play, but here's a highlight of the next one here, Jared. What happens here from play action, the safety bites here, and easy throw here for Stroud to Marvin Harrison Jr.
I mean, this is what happens when you get the run game going. You know, this was an I formation. If we can pause this in the correct spot. Oh, no, it's not. My bad. Rossi's out playing tight end. I saw Rossi and I assumed. Not. That's what happened. Yeah. They're going to fake the run to Hayden. And it's over. It's over. Look at this. The second CJ Stroud turns around, it's already over. Marvin Harrison Jr. already has 2 steps. The safety's already come up. Emeka Buka, by the way, can also get a touchdown here.
Look at that.
Now let's watch this drive. Insane throw.
Tossed it at the 1 yard line, play action, and Stover. Nobody covering Stover. Just easiest throw Stroud would have in his career at Ohio State.
Yeah, probably. Indiana was selling out on the run hard here, which is a bold strategy.
And now comes the next play that everybody will remember here. Goes out to the right, throws it to Cameron Bob. And everybody remembers that play there.
I wish they showed a little bit more of that celebration, but I understand. Okay, moving on to Maryland. Kyle, what's this play? Did you pre-watch this one too? No.
No, because I was more interested about the Cameron catch here. This one's a throwback to Henderson here.
Kyle said a throwback to Henderson. You got a little robotic there for some reason.
This is more of a Henderson play more than Stroud.
Oh, is this the swing? Is this the swing?
Yep,
pass?
This is a fake to him, but then throw it back to him, and the rest Henderson does here. Great block there by Stover. And
yeah, Kyle, I have to disagree with you here. Again, all due respect to Trey. And by the way, just CJ Stroud does a good job here too. This is a really nice fake. The second he turns, it's not a nice fake. I'm going to be honest. That wasn't a nice fake. It was a bit half-assed. But he has a guy in his face, and I get it. It's an easy throw, but the real heroes here will be our tight ends in Cade Stover. And then, of course,
here comes the big guy and levels him to the ground.
And G. Scott, too, of course.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Henderson healthy again.
Mm-hmm. All right, next play here. Middle of the field here, third quarter, and Mecca just gets himself open, and Stroud just throws it over his shoulder so that he can get under and be able to catch it.
Now we're on to the Michigan game. Again, that's a pinpoint throw to Emeka Egbuka.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And this is a beautiful throw there where you throw it so that Marvin Harrison can run under it, catches it, and able to dive into the end zone there.
Yeah. Oh, and we got the sky cam on this one. Yeah. And by the way, like, that's a tight throw. That's a very tight throw. Don't look at the score. CJ Stroud. God. Again, look, this is
makes it look easy.
This is not an easy throw. He has to place it over top of the Michigan player. It has to, but you can't float it. Like, it's one thing to put it over top of that Michigan player if you can float it, but you can't float it. Because you got a safety coming underneath. You got a support guy in tail. That's not a ball that Emeka Egbuka can wait for.
Yep. It was a great.
And not only is it timed and placed so well that Emeka Egbuka is able to make the catch, but get yards after too.
Yep.
Oh, this does not have.
Yeah. Nope, it doesn't have the Peach Bowl in here.
Oh. Every play with a nickname. That sounds fun, but no. Every time I rewatch this half, I get sad. Yeah, I know. Listen, CJ Stroud wasn't playing defense. That's all I got to say about that. All right. That'll be it for this episode.
So CJ Stroud finishes with over 8,000 passing yards, 85 passing touchdowns to 12 interceptions for the year, or for his career.
Hey, Kyle.
And he's only had one rushing touchdown, and he had 0 as a starter
this year.
His career.
He only had one rushing touchdown his entire career, you say?
He's only had one rushing touchdown his career, and he was not the starter there.
You don't say. Was it this play? It was. Spoiler alert,
yes, it was.
You know he wasn't playing. He wasn't starting yet because he's not even wearing 7.
Yeah. Dare I say, I like 14 on him. I like 14 on him.
I like a 2-number quarterback. I like a double-digit quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It kind of sucks they didn't have the Georgia plays in there. Not sure what that's about. Mm-hmm. Only rushing touchdown was COVID year. Yeah. I actually saw that replay. And it wasn't in this package. It was somewhere else. And then it cut to him running to the sideline and celebrating, and the stadium was empty. And I was confused for a second because I've already kind of washed a lot of that out of my memory. I was like, why is the stadium empty? Whew. 2020 was a weird year. And we all wanted Jack Miller. No, I did not. I'm not saying I didn't want Jack Miller.
Mm-hmm. So this is funny, Jared. And here's some stats in the Big Ten, where and you're going to hear this and be like, of course he should be number 1 in all of these, but he was number 1 in these stats both in 2022 and 2021 as a starter. In each year, he was number 1 in the Big Ten for passing yards per attempt, adjusted passing yards per attempt, passing touchdowns, efficiency rating, total yards per play, and touchdown responsible for.
Keep talking, Kyle.
Keep talking. I mean, yeah, everybody's going to go back and look at CJ Stroud and like, well, what did he do? He hasn't beaten Michigan. He hasn't what has he done? And valid points. But when you look at the career that he's had, the career that
they are not
had,
valid points.
The career that he's had, though, he's going to go down as one of the most accurate quarterbacks in Ohio State history here. Just it's and we went over what he did just this last season here, just pinpoint accuracy, throwing it right when it needs to be thrown. Just, yeah, I don't want to sit here and say that the quarterback play is going to be less next year. We're not going to see as pinpoint accuracy or these amazing throws, but man, it's hard to replace someone like Stroud.
Thoughts on next year? I'm assuming it's Kyle McCord until it isn't. Devin Brown's a very talented quarterback, of course. I'm not saying otherwise, but I'm assuming it's Kyle McCord until it isn't. Kyle McCord was a 5-star quarterback. A 5-star quarterback. Like, let's not get goofy here, right? 5-star quarterback. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm not at all worried about the quarterback position at Ohio State. 5-star with more time to learn. Yeah. I just mean, like, because CJ Stroud was quote unquote late to commit, people started getting all, and quite frankly, there are a lot of Ohio State outlets that were like feeding into that. They saw people say, oh, wait a minute, why hasn't he declared yet? And there were people trying to feed into that because they're click hungry assholes. But anyway, the point being here is that, like, so then CJ Stroud does declare to the NFL draft because of course he was. And then people are like, oh no, what are we going to do next year? I'm like, Kyle McCord's a fucking 5-star. What are you talking about? What are we going to do next year?
I mean, you look at this, and for the what class were it? Yeah, you look at Kyle McCord, 28th nationally, sixth best quarterback in his class here, and then Devin Brown, 43rd best, 6th best quarterback in his class as well. They're fine. Both I'd be fine
Brown,
with either one.
Devin Brown, not a 4-star, but almost. Like the way 24/7 does it is the top 32 guys are 5-stars. So he's just like just barely out, right?
Yes.
Anyway, the quarterback position is in good hands at Ohio State. Do not worry.
Yep.
There are things you can worry about, like, say, the offensive line. Stroud probably declared a week prior, we just spoiled assholes awaiting social media poster announcement, and he delivered. There were issues with his agent, from my understanding. So he was switching agents. That's it. And then everyone talked themselves into something that wasn't. So he was having an agent situation that delayed his announcement. Why does that matter? Why couldn't he have just posted it regardless? I don't know. But that's why.
Yep.
BS right, from listen, I don't like the third tier shot. I don't like him. That's known at this point. To his credit, he did tweet like several days beforehand that of course CJ Stroud's not coming back. Like he did then turn around and do an ill-advised tweet the day of, and that was dumb. He shouldn't have done that. But to his credit, several days prior, he did say that there was zero chance that CJ Stroud was coming back. Because of course, he's a top 5 NFL draft pick. I think he should be the first quarterback taken. He should be the first player taken, in my opinion. Will he be? I don't know.
All right.
He said that, but then the morning of, it was ill-advised, ill-timed. He shouldn't have done it. I think part of the problem is that he doesn't acknowledge that he shouldn't have done it. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. We don't need to get sucked into that. In fact, Kyle, I think it's time to go. I'm gonna say it's time to go. So do you have anything in Kyle's corner?
It's kind of the theme of quarterbacks here. Former Ohio State quarterback Cardale Jones is going to be playing football again. This time he's going to be playing in the Indoor Football League for the Massachusetts Pirates.
Massachusetts Pirates. All right. What is, I'm not going to, I don't know what that is, Gangland. So Kyle, that's it. That's the end of the show. Nope. I will not. Why would you do that to me, Gangland? No, it's not. It's the rule, Jared. Yeah, well, no, it's the rule that I'll fail. It's not the rule that I have to try. Tonight's ending music will be a band out of Cincinnati. They're called MotherFolk. They're fantastic. You should check them out. They're always playing. We're always playing shows in Cincinnati and in Columbus and in the region. And they're a tremendously fun live act, and you should go see them. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. So with all that being said, I'd like to encourage everyone to drink local beer, listen to local music, and of course, support local podcasters. Once again, this is MotherFolk.